Привет, друзья и зрители канала, с вами снова Инга. И сегодня мы отправляемся в новое приключение Руфуса. Не знаю, почему в русском варианте это взрывное приключение, если по идее название переводится как «Хаос на Депонии». Из чего следует, что будет очень весело. Интересно, удалось ли Бол убедить эльзианцев, что Депония обитаема и не надо ее уничтожать, пока мы с нее не эвакуировались. Ну что ж, давайте приступать. Я думаю, это будет весело. Так, я по щелчку, как обычно.
Huh? What's this all about? Isn't that Ms. Hinkle's junk press?
No, that's the junk press from my trawler. You need to help me fix it.
Yeah, but it looks exactly like Ms. Hinkle's junk press from the tutorial in Part 1.
So what? Who's going to notice? Those who played Part 1 don't even need a tutorial.
Yeah, but I bet they're gonna play it through anyway, because they just can't get enough of me. Count me out. I'm definitely not gonna suffer through this whole tutorial thing again. I mean, it was stupid enough the first time around.
Ah, come on. A little repetition can't hurt.
Then how do you explain this blister? That is where I burned myself when I repeatedly put my hand on a hot stove.
You never learn, do you?
Au contraire, I have a nearly photographic memory.
Do you now? So, do you remember how to use the interface in order to talk to someone?
Yes, of course.
Go ahead. Talk to me. Just point the cursor at me and left click as soon as the speech balloon icon appears.
No prompting!
Ну что ж, у нас снова пресс. Интересно, в этот раз нас не придавит. Давайте с ним
That's
поговорим.
Bozo, the old pirate.
I am not a pirate. Just a simple junk dealer.
Really? That's the first time I heard that.
That's because you never listen to me. I also told you to talk to me, not to take a closer look at me.
So what? Why would I take orders from a filthy pirate?
Естественно, мы не будем делать так, как нас просят с первого раза. Это же неинтересно.
Talk to Bozo.
You don't have to say that aloud.
Hey, who's talking to you?
Hello there. You clicked on me.
Yeah, and I regret it already. But you see, there's nothing left here that you could teach me. You don't even know,
Как осмотреть предмет, как разговаривать. Руфус в своем репертуаре, он болтает, просто не затыкаясь, всякие глупости с умным видом. Ну что ж, как он и сказал, Руфуса много не бывает, так что мы пройдем это обучение все же. Как осмотреть
how to
предмет?
look at an object.
But I already know that.
I see. And how?
I point at it with my mouse cursor and right-click when the eye icon appears.
Nonsense. That's not an eye. It's a ping pong ball.
With a pupil?
Yeah, it's loaded.
Why would they use a loaded ping pong ball as an icon for the action examine?
I'm about to demonstrate that using the small object lying on the ground over there by pointing the cursor at it and right-clicking as soon as the ping pong ball appears.
I'm holding my breath.
What's that?
It's the reactor lead head.
But it was a cathode plunger in the last game.
It's the lead head, believe me. You need it to repair the press.
And how exactly am I going to do that if I can't even pick the thing up?
Sure you can pick it up. Just point at it with the mouse to make the hand icon appear. Then left-click to pick it up.
Oh no, this has to be easier.
Опять ему попроще. Подбирай.
Huh? Where'd it go?
You put it in your inventory. You know, where all your items go. You pick the thing up. Now click on the handle in the upper right corner to open the inventory.
Hey,
Руфус, ну
there
что
it
ж ты
is.
такой?
Exactly. Now, this is your inventory.
I knew that.
Here you can view all the stuff you're lugging around. You remember how to do that, don't you?
Система у нас не изменилась.
Look here, Bozo. I fixed the part.
I won't believe that until I see it in operation.
I know. My handyman skills are really incredible.
Ну-ка посмотрим, научился ты хоть чему-нибудь или нет.
It fits.
Next you need to...
Hey, you don't have to spoon feed me. I'll manage the rest.
Whatever.
Похоже, что
When
нет.
you're ready, you need to...
Hold your horses, will ya? It's just a button. I think I can manage without your help.
Rufus, don't! You're standing right under the...
Don't panic. You don't think I'd fall for the same feeble gag twice. So, what was that again? I pushed this button here, and then...
Didn't look all that feeble to me.
Да.
They came out of nowhere. With their cruisers, plasma weapons, and mechanical beards. Organized. They took our village by force. They left nothing behind but tears and devastation. They were looking for gold and Elysium, the girl that fell from the sky. And only one person was prepared to save her. He woke her up, contacted her fiancé, and took her to the lower Ascension station, only to learn the shocking truth once he got there. Cletus, Gold's fiancé, wasn't acting out of love. He had an agreement with Ulysses, the mysterious leader of the Organon, and Argus, his right hand. They needed the Ascension codes, hidden away in Gold's brain implant, and they wanted to erase her memory. They wanted to make sure no Elysian would ever know that our world is inhabited. For their goal was terrible beyond imagination. They wanted to blow up our world. But they had failed to reckon with the One. He swapped the cartridges. And he restored Gold's memory so that she could bear the truth to Elysium. The name of this one man, this selfless hero, was Rufus. Dun, 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 dun. Bop, bop, bop.
That wasn't the whole story, was it?
That was the first part. I think it's going to be a trilogy.
Sounds a bit unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievably cool.
But if it really all happened like that, shouldn't I be on my way to Elysium with Cletus? So what are you doing here? Where is Cletus? Why am I unable to remember any of this? And forgive me for asking, but why is there a burning saw blade stuck in the side of the ship?
Oh, that. Oh, well, I was about to get to that part. So listen up. Da 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 dun 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 dun.
Господи, Руфус, что ты натворил опять?
You're being pathetic again about accurate bacteria in the fridge. It's getting boring, but packing bags due to dirty socks ice through to lampshades rim borders on Anadon's gone. Didn't I explicate it? Are you still not persuaded? There's cracks growing on your tympanic membrane. Remember Deponia, self-sacrifices, and oh gosh, now to start all over again.
Huzzah all over again.
Trash. And more trash.
Isn't it adorable?
Yeah, sure. Hard to imagine I ever wanted to leave here.
Ah, Rufus. This is the lad I was telling you about.
What? Him? From what you told me, I had imagined a smart young man, not a filthy bum.
There's more to him than meets the eye. When I first met him, Rufus was still a... How shall I put this?
Just say it. I was a self-indulgent slob, but I'm steadily improving.
That's right. Right now, for example, he is helping Bozo to get the trawler shipshape.
So I am. I was going to ask you whether I can borrow your hammer.
No problem. You can take it from my toolbox over there.
Thanks, Doc. You're the best.
Итак,
I still don't know, really. Something just doesn't seem right about that boy.
But Grandma Utz, whatever are you talking about?
женская интуиция. Так, мы поселились, что ли, у Дока? Я не знаю. Тони вряд ли пустила нас обратно. Она уже успела обрадоваться, что мы покидаем наконец-то эту планету. И, видимо, сейчас мы как раз и узнаем, как Руфус на этой какой-то пиле оказался в той спасательной, в общем, кабине. Кнопка слива. Может быть, поговорить с ними для начала? Ну, Док, помедитируем.
May I interrupt for a moment?
Of course. Did you find the hammer?
Well, not exactly.
It's in my tool chest. You're welcome to take it, as long as you promise not to wreak havoc.
Not me.
Такого мы не можем обещать, уж точно.
May I interrupt for a moment?
Of course. Did you find the hammer?
Well,
It's in. You're welcome to, as long as...
Not
Говорить
me.
нельзя. Ну, давайте обчищать ящик с инструментами. Ну, начнем с него. Инвентор энергии.
Aren't you worried he might steal something?
I trust him completely.
О, это так мило.
Didn't you tell me that he suffers from an exaggerated opinion of himself?
Птичка.
Those days are over. Rufus has learned a lot. He is much more careful than before.
Док, ты нас переоцениваешь. Забери,
Rufus seems
пожалуйста.
like a brutal thug to me.
Rufus? Brutal? Never.
Док, у тебя розовые очки. А, птичка, ты там живая? Ну-ка. Пока они нас тут обсуждают, как будто нас тут нет. Ой, ё-моё.
I hope your young friend doesn't get too close to my John Thomas. The poor thing is so small and fragile.
Don't worry. The Rufus I know loves animals. He wouldn't harm the pretty little head of your John Thomas.
Так, это у нас Джон Томас, получается. Прости,
All
бабуля.
I'm saying is that he seems very clumsy.
Your fears are completely groundless. Rufus has become very careful since his last adventure.
Что-то не похоже. Птичку достать оттуда можно обратно? Бедняга. Сейчас задохнется. Так, ладно. Ручка... Серьезно? Может, не надо? Что мы здесь еще можем посмотреть? Я не хочу сливать птичку в унитаз. Не надо, только не это. Но, похоже, это наш единственный вариант.
What if he suddenly blows a fuse?
Believe me, those days are over.
Нет, мы еще не покинули эту планету.
And if he has to use the toilet, then he can do that on the trawler.
Of course, Grandma.
It's just that I have hardly any water left.
He's just getting a hammer.
Да, он тут уже успел дел натворить. Ладно. Тут еще кнопка слива не нажата.
Did he even wash his hands?
Of course he did. Rufus is very clean.
That's good. I have a very limited supply of water.
Ну, похоже, что все. Давайте сообщим доку, что мы забрали молоток и линяем отсюда, пока никто ничего
May I
не
interrupt for a
заметил.
moment?
Of course. Did you find the hammer?
Well, not exactly.
It's in my tool. You're welcome, as long as you...
Not me.
Так, ну ладно, я его как бы взяла. Можно мне отсюда уйти теперь? Я вроде как больше ничего не могу сделать. Стоп. Поглядим. Подождите, а куда он молоток, получается, выкинул? Я заметила, что у нас птичка улетела, а вот молоток я не заметила, куда отлетел, если честно. Или со всей птичкой. Но у нас воды нету, получается, чтобы слить. Электроэнергии. Ага. Так.
If that's all true, then he must have turned himself around 180 degrees.
That's how it is. As if someone installed a power inverter in him.
Но мы немножко в другое место его установили. За окном крики, вопли, праздники. Надеюсь, ничего не слышно. Вроде микрофон не должен захватывать ничего лишнего.
And he shouldn't give John Thomas too much to drink under any circumstances.
Мы его отправили в путешествие.
Well, if that's all you're worried about,
Something like that can kill a little bird.
Rufus isn't going to drown your bird by accident.
Только если специально, да? Ладно. Нет.
What if he suddenly blows a...
Это мы уже слышали. Так. Ну ладно, я немножко не поняла все-таки. Куда делся молоток? Теперь у меня вообще пусто. Еще раз слить я не могу. Так, кнопка слива.
He would ask before he used my water supply, wouldn't he?
Absolutely.
Good. Good. I have to get by on what I have until the end of the month.
Там же нашли чистую воду, что
Perhaps
вы
I'm
паритесь.
worrying unnecessarily. After all, John Thomas is very good at self-defense.
Oh,
ладно.
Grandma Utz, as if that would be at all necessary.
Очень страшная птичка. Что мне теперь с тобой делать, а? Вот он, молоток.
I just hope he doesn't turn my whole house upside down.
He's just getting a hammer. How much damage could he possibly do?
Сжечь все к чертям. Или Вензель вообще там всю воду присвоил
Can
себе.
a person really change so much?
It's very simple. Once burned, twice shy. And Rufus has burned his fingers more than once. He has learned. I would bet the house on it.
Хорошо. Чем бы мы могли это теперь все потушить? Кто бы мне сказал? Огонь. Раковина. Нет, птица не хочет определенно нам в этом деле помогать. Скатерть. Подождите, что он может нам про нее сказать?
Well, I still have my doubts. That Rufus looks to me like an arsonist.
You know what they say? No doubt burns so hot that it can't be extinguished with a wet tablecloth.
But my tablecloth is as dry as a bone. It would set the whole place on fire in the blink of an eye.
Oh, Grandma, that's just a saying. No one here is going to set anything on fire.
Упс. Значит, намочить.
You almost have me convinced, but there is one thing that still worries me. He had better not clog my garbage disposal. The blades are so sharp. Things are always getting caught in there.
Oh,
What's that?
Grandma, you worry about the silliest things.
Птица нам все еще не дается, как нам теперь... Чем теперь эту скатерть отсюда достать? Ножичек есть? Что-нибудь? Док, помоги. Тут у нас птица засела. Теперь у нас скатерть. Так, Руфус, давай без этого. Сейчас мы тут, блин, точно все сожжем. Ящик с инструментами. Но тут у нас уже ничего нету. Закрыли. Скатерть. Как мне тебя взять? Острые ножи. Что-то вы мне тут с самого начала.
May I interrupt?
Of course. Did you find that?
Well,
It's in my... You're welcome to take, as long as you promise not...
not me.
Мы уже устроили. И теперь я абсолютно без понятия, что делать. А, кнопка слива. Птичка, прощай. Или нет? Так, еще кнопка.
If you promise me that he will be careful, then everything is all right. Just as long as nothing happens to my John Thomas.
Джон Томас, прощай.
Promise.
Then I should apologize. I suppose your Rufus really must have improved.
Все, птичке пришел капут. Но у нас есть мокрая скатерть. Тушим, пока никто ничего не заметил.
Well, what do you know? Here it is.
Have you found it at last?
Yeah, sure.
It certainly took you long enough. I hope you didn't leave a mess.
Me? No way. But enough chit-chat. Bozo's waiting.
Just relax, Rufus. It's not like anything's on fire.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
От пожара. Все, мы пошли.
By the way, what's that funky smell? Rufus, have you gone completely off the deep end? You almost set Grandma Utz's heart on fire.
All for a good cause.
You committing suicide?
No, I'm traveling to Elysium.
But Rufus, we've been through all that. I thought you would finally become reasonable.
Become reasonable? I am reasonable. And that's exactly why my plan is gonna work this time.
What plan are you talking about?
Well, what does it look like?
It looks like a madman's attempt to refute the principle of action and reaction.
Close enough.
Goodness gracious me.
As soon as I step on these bellows, the cork will hit the 3 targets one by one. In a spectacular chain reaction, this will cause the rockets to be lit and the safety rope to be cut. I have calculated everything. Just watch and learn. Oh, and keep away from the falling blade if you want to hold on to your fingers.
Док, лучше послушай его. Руфус. Руфус никогда не меняется. О чем вы? Ваза, горелка, меха. Меха или меха, господи. Скорее всего, меха. Ладно, фиг.
An apology is about to be due. You'll see, I will go to Elysium.
Stop it, Rufus. The only thing you will achieve is a spectacular suicide.
Don't panic. I've calculated everything.
Это тоже неплохой вариант. Эффектный суицид.
After the cork ricochets off the other 2 targets, it will hit exactly here. I've calculated everything precisely.
How did you calculate that?
Well, the way you calculate things. You lie down for a while, and these mathematical formulas come to you in your sleep.
Руфус, это не про тебя точно.
The first target opens the gas tap on the Bunsen burner, which then lights the fuse.
Isn't it more probable that the cork will simply knock over the Bunsen burner?
My design is based on science, not some nebulous probabilities.
The calculation of probabilities is an integral component of all sciences.
For you, maybe. My science is based on hearsay and inner conviction.
Ой, плохо это
The
закончится.
cork is in place and precisely oriented. Well, approximately precisely.
Ну что ж. Так, сковорода.
Second, the cork will ricochet off this pan.
I seriously doubt that. On what do you base this assumption?
Well, I drew a target on it, didn't I?
Oh, heavens.
Ай, чувствую, док намучился с ним за все это время. Вроде теперь точно все посмотрели. Ну, поехали.
Take a good look.
Rufus, no!
Пальчики, пальчики, док, убери пальчики.
Doc. Uh-oh. Doc, that's not a good place for a nap. The Bunsen burner could boil away the water in the vase any minute. And when the scales pan goes up, it will trigger the guillotine. The fuse is already lit. Doc, are you listening? Wake up! Oh, what a bummer. Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Darn it! What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Да спасай дока, конечно. Что я могу сделать?
Actually, it should have held. I think I can reach it. Oh, not quite. Must be because of the wind.
Ладно, как мне отсюда... Ой, ё-моё. Ну-ка, так, горелку можно только посмотреть.
Huh. The gas from the bottle is being blown toward the flames. Unfortunately, it isn't enough to light the gas. Too bad. That would be a cool party trick. Light the fireworks as soon as the saw blade is in the air. Then, they will create enough spin to catapult me directly to Elysium. At the halfway point, eagles will start to fly alongside me, if my sketch is correct.
Хорош болтать, нам дока спасать надо. О,
Save Doc, or go to Elysium. Save Doc.
Конечно, спасать, только, ё-моё, как? Что еще?
I think there's a gas leak. Unfortunately, I don't have a match to test it.
Спички, чтоб проверить.
Nope, my breath isn't enough to blow the gas into the flame. Too bad. That would be a cool party trick.
Кто бы сомневался. Ищем решение. Так, ручки
And
сковороды.
whoop! Oof! Perfect body control, as always.
Чтобы мне перерезать док, мы не можем. Мы не можем с ним так поступить. Ну-ка, к чему?
Very clever. I'll simply solve the problem through a process of elimination. Doc will be proud of me if he isn't decapitated in the next few seconds. I could hit that with a well-aimed toss, but that would just trigger the guillotine. And somehow, I doubt that Doc would still be in the mood for thunderous applause.
Дока, я думаю, тоже не надо кидать.
Very clever. I'll simply Doc will be if he isn't.
Ладно, ищем.
It's already
следующие
broken.
варианты.
It's already broken.
Так, поняла. Ваза.
Very clever. I'll Doc will be if he isn't decapitated.
Так, Руфус, блин. Чтоб тебя... Что ты тут натворил? Тебя, видимо, куда-то кинуть надо.
I could hit that with a well-aimed toss, but that would just trigger the guillotine. And somehow, I doubt that Doc...
Так, то же самое. Что-то я упускаю. Ваза. Так, надо внимательно смотреть. Горелка. Что-то... Газ тоже нет. Ты бы отцепился оттуда, что ли? Ну, вроде как я все варианты перепробовала.
Very clever. I'll Doc will be if he
Не
isn't.
знаю.
I could hit that with that would just trigger the guillotine. And somehow...
Как бы и себя освободить он не может. И Дока отсюда не освободить.
I could hit that with a... But I just can't remember... I could hit that, I just can't remember which side the glass eye is on.
Какой странный стеклянный глаз. Замечательно. Я сейчас паниковать начну. Ладно, хоть достаточно времени, чтобы подумать, поискать варианты. Elysium точно нет.
I could hit that with a... Which would be... But then the knife would be gone.
Без ножа. Эту штуку точно нет.
Very clever. I'll Doc will be if he isn't...
И теперь и нож я положить не могу. Господи, что же делать? Что я еще?
I could hit that was just... And some...
Нет. Тут нет. Это нет. Тут. Я вроде все перепробовала. Что у меня было доступно.
Maybe I can scratch a little black powder out of there. That shouldn't affect the flight characteristics of the saw blade, should it? That tickles. With the right momentum, I could catapult the black powder into the air intake of the bellows. Easy and totally realistic. If the black powder reaches the flames, it could ignite the gas. And then, there's bound to be an interesting chain reaction, whose outcome is very difficult to predict. What am I waiting for? Oh, it worked! I saved Doc!
Чувствую, у него там будет хороший фингал. Такой я не могу. Не знаю, что это была за постройка.
Rufus! Rufus!
Huh? What?
You haven't answered my question. How did you get here? I just don't understand.
That's because there is nothing to understand. The whole story is nothing but one big filthy lie. Almost as filthy as Rufus, but not quite.
Cletus?
Of course it's Cletus. Why would that surprise you? I am not the one who barged in here uninvited. I have come to save my planet. Well done, moron. Goal and I had reached an agreement. I was trying to keep the existence of the Deponians a secret from the Council of Elders so that Deponia could be exploded, but Goal convinced me to tell the truth. We were just about to save Deponia. The escape pod was taking us to Elysium. Now, it's useless. We're not going to make it to Elysium, and the Council of Elders will never learn about the Deponians. Bravo, Rufus. That was a stroke of genius. Don't listen to him, Goal. He's lying through his teeth.
I don't know. His version does sound pretty convincing.
Now, remember, he's lied to you before. The Goal that I know would never have let him get away with it. That's because you only know one part of Goal, the part that is naive and idealistic. The Goal that I know is a fighter who will stand up for what she believes in. But there is a third part as well. And that part sides with me. Isn't that true, Goal? There is no third part. You tell him, Goal.
I just don't know. I can't remember a thing.
Of course you can't. Thanks to this Fleabag's brilliant intervention, your brain implant has been damaged. It's a habit of his. I'll fix it. Don't worry. You still don't get it, do you? We have no use for you here. If you really want to help Goal, then jump. We're directly over the ocean. With a little luck, you may even survive the fall. No! No, this isn't right! Oh, come on. Do what is best for Goal.
Ну уж точно нет. Слушайте, а сколько времени, получается, прошло, если они где-то вот на середине пути только? Руфус уже успел натворить делов, вроде как даже сделать вид, что он исправляется, и подготовить новый план. Ну, ладно, думаю, наверное, в целом не особо важно. Главное теперь выкрутиться из этой ситуации.
I won't let that underhanded traitor take Goal to Elysium. Oh, come on. Do what is best for Goal.
Ну-ка.
That looks like an ejector seat. Huh, there's still dust on the label. A shrink ray. That's even better than an ejector seat.
Ну хорошо, у нас есть только кнопка катапультирования.
If I'm interpreting the label correctly, then this button activates the shrink ray.
Руфус.
I'm what's best for goal.
Неисправим.
No, don't! Ha! Nothing. Why? I wonder if... Uh-oh! No! Goal! You idiot!
Он опять ее
Goal!
скинул.
No, 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 no! You blasted idiot!
Cletus, help me!
Hang on! Don't panic! I'll come and get you! Somehow! Do you finally realize the damage you're doing?
Cletus!
Don't panic! I'll get you! Why don't I do everyone a favor and kill you right here? I'm coming, Goal! Hang in there! Where do you think you're going? I'm on my way!
Watch out! The rope's going to break at any moment!
What are you doing? Did you really think you could get away like that? Say bye-bye, Rufus. Cletus! No!
Cletus!
Скинул обоих.
Oh dear, what have I done?
Гол, по-моему, сейчас такая каша в ее импланте.
I still can't believe he really did that.
No need to worry, really. He's just like a wombat. He often falls, but he always lands on
All the others. I know. What is that noise?
What the?
Goal?
Don't be silly. If that were gold, the next we could expect... Rufus?
Rufus.
Ну что ж, по второму кругу. Гол опять на Депонии. Мы опять на Депонии.
Everything's ready for detonation, Bailiff. Acknowledged, Chief Blaster.
Так, они
Anything
готовятся
else?
нас
Are there no
взрывать,
new
да?
instructions? We could start the countdown now. I appreciate your eagerness, but this is not a training maneuver. This is about destroying the zone around the Rust Red Sea before we blow up the entire planet. I see, Bailiff. Stop interrupting me. I know very well what is at stake here. Do you think I wasn't aware of all the implications? It is true. Inspector Cletus has not yet reached Elysium. We can only guess what kept him, but as long as there is still hope that he will complete his task, we need not worry. Until then, I don't want to hear about any countdowns. Do you understand? Yes, I do, Bailiff. Cletus is going to succeed. He will convince the Council of Elders that there is no sentient life on Deponia. And, if he should fail, then we shall see to it that the planet is indeed uninhabited. Dismissed! I have too many worries of my own to deal with your moral misgivings, so get out! Out, I say! Yes, sir. Where the devil is Cletus?
Да, вы не учли наше новое появление. В общем, все остаются на Депонии.
Only the most epic tales feature cool depictions of saw blades crushed into cable boat walls. The attempt, though a blunt stunt, affected goals and planned, which surely can't be blamed on Rufus at all. Reckoning up the sum, the best was yet to come. For the end of part one seemed a little too coarse, and to amend we'll send him to attend a second chance for a decent happy ending, a grand fling with dancing and booze and so forth.
Huzzah with booze and so forth.
Будем на это надеяться. Ну что ж, мы вернулись к тому, с чего мы начали.
Oh, I think I ought to fire my chiropractor. Doc?
Стоправо.
We seem to have docked. But where is everybody? Huh.
Так,
A
теперь он
note
не-
from Bozo, that old pirate. Good morning, lazy bones. Doc took Gold to his office. Huh, finally someone who uses his brain. She wasn't feeling all that well, yada yada yada, blood from her ears, blah blah blah. You can find me in the tavern. Tavern? Now that sounds promising. Huh, there's something else. Don't forget to go and see Doc. He needs your help. Why can't they ever manage without me?
О, да. Я чувствую, у него теперь не только имплант поврежден. Вообще на всю голову. Ох, Руфус, что ж ты творишь? Ну что ж, наше новое приключение начинается. Мы вернулись к точке отправления. Опять надо выручать Гол. Опять нужно ей все рассказать, объяснить. И как-то все-таки починить ее мозги, чтобы она нам поверила. Ну что ж, давайте на этом тогда закончим. Почти не дали тут поиграть, одни только катсцены. Ну, в общем-то, было весело, даже так. Всем спасибо за просмотр и увидимся в следующей серии. Пока-пока.